Tony, you're watching Faith and Coffee Bean. If you decide to watch this later on, just to let you know, this is a live video. So if you hear dogs bark or anyone make any weird sounds, that's the reason why. Hey guys, I'm a big coffee nerd, and I really appreciate you hanging out with me. I just want to say thank you so much. I can only do this because of you. So I'm going to ask you right now, if you're a coffee nerd like me, if you have, a coffee little corner in your home, and you like hearing about reviews on cool coffee stuff and gadgets, I'm going to ask you to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, because honestly, that is the number one reason. It sounds goofy I do this, is just to connect with y'all. Also, feel free to follow me on my Instagram page. Send me a DM if you have any questions, or there's anything you want to geek out about. If you're looking for your tribe, you found it. This is it right here. Y'all, so today I'm super excited. I'm actually going to be using my dye fluid smart scale kind of the way it's supposed to be used. And honestly, this is my first time fully trying it like this. So what I'm going to do today, if you've looked at the thumbnail, this is going to be a pour over coffee video. So I just got this amazing Chemex style coffee brewer from AgoGo. So AgoGo is this company that makes some really amazing coffee glassware, and they really specialize in having really thick glass. So that's something really cool. I like brewing a Chemex, but the one thing I always kind of mention, Chemex is kind of like saying, go Xerox something, or where's the Scotch tape? It's like it's a brand name, Coke. That's kind of the big thing. It's basically it's a brand, but this style, I do say it's a Chemex style, because that's what this is. Just so you could kind of know where I'm coming from here. So I'm gonna also be using the Phantox MaVo Pro grinder today. Using a hand grinder. And then, guys, I want to let you know right now, I'm so stoked. I just got in the mail yesterday this amazing pour over kit for MaVo. They sent out to me, and I'm going to be doing a big review on that one. This thing is like one of the coolest pro kits. Like, if you're ever going to be giving a coffee present to somebody, it would be a great coffee present. So I'm going to be doing that pretty soon. So that's pretty cool. You guys should probably be seeing that by the weekend or next couple days. So make sure you're tuned in for that, just because, don't want you to miss out. It's super cool. Like, honestly, my wife's literally, it comes in like a bag. And my wife was like, what is this, some bougie purse? So big thank you to MaVo for sending that out. So guys, this is super cool. So this is the brewer system. It's, like I said, it's very Chemex style from AgoGo. I'm going to put a link into the video description here at the end. So if later on when you watch this and it's not live, you'll be able to see that. If you go to my Amazon storefront, I do have videos on this and all that, where you can make purchases. And if you like it, it's pretty awesome. But so this is what's really crazy. So this, like I said, it's really thick glass, which is super cool. This is the 8-cup version. And normally what happens when you use Chemex style papers, you have to fold them in, and then they can get caught right in this area here. What they do, and this is something I think pretty cool, they've included this mesh filter, which is really, really robust. And I really love it, because then I can go super fine. I like to go fine with my grounds. And it doesn't create that, and it allows for the air to kind of escape, so that you could have that proper suction. Sometimes people really complain about doing Chemex, because the paper will get kind of funky, and you don't really have to worry about that with this. So that is really cool. That's something I think is really neat. So let me go ahead. I also want to make room for my iPad, y'all, because I wanted to actually kind of show you guys this dye fluid system. So I've been using this dye fluid smart scale, and the smart scale is just really, really cool, because it could actually show you flow rates. And I'm going to go ahead and get this popped up right now. Okay. Okay, I'm getting an update. I have to update really quick. You gotta love doing a live video. And the cool thing is that the app actually gets connected with my refractometer. So this is to check the TDS basically of everything. So let's go ahead. Let me show you all kind of what I'm talking about. So this is the iPad here. And what's really cool about this, like you could go ahead and record the brew process. And I want to make sure that it's all connected because that's the key. I did have this connected. There it goes, connecting right now. And awesome. See how cool it is? Okay. And then this should be connected too. Yep, there we go. That's connected. So what's really crazy about this is that this can monitor your flow rates and everything and see how the timer just started going. So that's what we're going to do today as well. So let's confirm. Okay, let's turn this over and we'll zero it out again. Okay. See, I just went ahead and disconnected. Okay. Anyway, y'all, I'm a geek. There's no other way to say it. I'm a coffee geek 100%. So let me go ahead and let's grind some beans and let's go ahead and start this off because this is gonna be cool. I'm gonna move this over a tiny bit here. Okay. We're gonna be using the high brew for water. Move this scale out of the way. Okay. Here's my other scale. Okay. And we're gonna be using some Donut Store Good as Gold coffee. And I think I'm going to do about, I think I might do a full 30 grams. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So usually with pour overs, you want to do like a 1 to 15 ratio. So 1 to 15 ratio is what a lot of folks always say is kind of the best way to go. And I am going to try to shoot for that. So let's see here. There we go. So right here, I'm going to be doing just about 30. Okay. There's 12. I'm usually not doing it with my left hand. There we go. That's about 25. And guys, I definitely appreciate you so much. Like I said, best thing you do to ever support my channel is liking and subscribing. You know, the biggest thing and really the reason why I started this is just kind of to get more of a community, get to know people. It sounds goofy, but it's the truth, you know. I love making coffee. That's kind of an understatement. Coffee to me is a hobby. Coffee to me is something I've just really enjoyed through the years. But it's just really cool to know that, you know, there's like-minded people. And the cool thing I like about coffee, and I always tell my wife, it doesn't matter if you, like, I'm a big nerd. You know, I could get into Star Trek and Star Wars and all that fun stuff. My kiddo reads a lot of Tolkien. He's a homeschool kid. You know, I like to nerd out. But the cool thing I love about coffee is that it's kind of that great equalizer. You know, there's a lot of folks that are into a lot of different hobbies and all that stuff. But, you know, it's just cool, kind of cross-generational too a little bit. I mean, it's just, who doesn't want to chill out and go to a cafe and kind of have that experience? That was one of my favorite things growing up. I grew up in Southern California, so I used to love to go to the beach, especially at a coffee house at the beach, you know, and just kind of hang out, talk with people, get to know people, get to know the cafe owners, all that good stuff, you know, and then enjoy some pastries or good food. So right now, in case you don't know, this is called the Ross droplet technique, and basically it is to lower retention. And I'm going to go ahead and give a little shake to my beans. Okay. And it really does help. I'm going to tell you that right now. I have got great results when I do that, especially when it comes to retention. And, in case you don't know, retention just basically means the grounds that are left over inside the grinder. So this, let me kind of talk a little about this grinder and show you guys just how amazing this thing is. So this Pro Grinder by MaVo is a 45 millimeter conical burr. That's really big, and this thing feels nice and chunky in the hands. I have been using for a really long time my Timor C3, and I believe this one's a 40. Could be a little bit less, but I'm pretty sure it's 40, and it is really awesome. The one thing I really find about these bigger burr set is that it is really goes through the beans really well. I feel like it's like butter. The other great thing about this particular grinder and why this is their Pro is the grind settings are right here on the side. They're not in the interior, they're actually on the outside, and I love that. So we're going to be doing pour over, and they suggest 3 to 6.5. I like going pretty fine, so I'm actually going to go with right about probably, yeah, actually I'm going to go with a 5 for my pour over. And that tends to be a sweet spot for me. Let's go ahead and drop the beans in there and start grinding so we can start our pour over here. But yeah, this thing is really cool. I really love this. I'm going to tell you this, guys. I really like finding things at a good value. So I'm going to tell you this right now. This grinder is definitely on their higher end. It's basically about 150 bucks. And for me, that's a pretty big stretch. They sent this out to me for review. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you're really looking for a good classy grinder, this is it. Like, this is definitely, this thing's a beast. When it comes to hand grinders, it's nice to have a good quality one. There's just no other way to say it. So let me go ahead and get this ground up here. I'm trying to do it at an angle. I'm very limited in my space here in my coffee corner. It doesn't help that I have about 4 espressos, five espresso machines just in the coffee corner right now. We got my Flare Neo, my ECP, actually 2 mobile espresso makers, and then I got my High Brew HP10 and my Tuni E2, my new one. Man, this thing is seriously like butter. I love it. And I love it. It sounds crazy, but it doesn't make a lot of sound. I mean, you could hear it because it's just grinding. But I've had some grinders that sounded like dying birds. Y'all, this thing is super good. My first love for coffee is always going to be espresso. I love my AeroPress. But my pour over is something that I love, that I find is more communal. There's just no other way to say it. You're having a group, you're having family over, doing a Chemex, doing a pour over is one of my favorite things. So, MaVo, oh, see, that's how fast. Look at that. Whoa, now watch it. See, all clear. That's how fast that is. All right. So, I had mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you didn't hear that, MaVo had sent me over this really awesome pour over kit. So we're going to be using that too in the next couple days. And I cannot wait to do that because it's a very professional kit. I could see if you had a coffee, a cafe, and you wanted to do something to really kind of impress your guests, or you just want to treat yourself and have a really cool experience. Let's go ahead and get this thing opened up. Let's take a look at these grounds. Oh, wow, they look really good. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So let me go ahead. Let's put them in here right now, actually. Okay. Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm so stoked. I'm actually going to pull out a butane stove, and we're going to fire it all up on a gas stove. Okay. Nice. This thing is built like a tank. Set it right up here. Okay. Of course. Hey, it's built like a tank. So I'm going to go ahead and even out the bed just a tiny bit. And again, this is 30 grams. So 30 grams. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little divot right in the middle so we could get started. So 30 grams if we do a 1:15 ratio. As far as water, we are looking at about 450 grams of water. So that's the target, 450 grams of water. Not a math wizard, even though I should be. I'm an insurance guy, and you'd think I would be all into actuary and stuff. Oh my goodness. So here is, actually, let me go ahead and just get this thing zeroed out a bit. There we go. Get it reconnected. We'll start fresh. Okay. We're going to go for brew. So over here, you can see it right now. There we go. Making sure everything's nice and zeroed out. I'm going to be using the water on my high brew. Let me go ahead and just grab a clean little water thing here. Yeah, I'm kind of excited just to try this, just because I've never tried it connected to the app, and this is supposed to show flow rate and stuff. So this should be pretty exciting. So again, we're looking at 400 grams. I'm pretty sure that was it. Oh man, I'm pretty sure it was it. So we're looking about 400 grams of water. Okay, just waiting for my water temp to come up. There it goes. Almost there, guys. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to go ahead. I didn't want to have to wait for it to boil and all that, so that's why I figured use the high brew. Okay. Sometimes the high brew, I've noticed that when I go straight to grab water, sometimes you have to kind of reset it a bit. I just got an error code with it. Bummer. Look. And there is, yeah. Let me go ahead and just reset this. Goodness gracious. This happened last time I was going to use it for water. Yeah, it's too hot. That's the problem. And now we're good. This is exactly what I... Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Let me actually pour this water out because I do want to start fresh. Okay. And I want to make sure that I'm completely reset over here, because I do want to kind of get this right. Again, I've never done this, y'all. This is kind of embarrassing because I'm doing it live. All right. I should be good. So we're going to go to brew. Okay. We should be good. Scale there. Waiting for it. All right. Let's get some water. We're looking about 400 grams of water. And this is really just going to be a first bloom. Yeah, what's really cool in that kit, it actually comes with a kettle. So I'm stoked, but again, it's a one that you put on flames. Okay, so let's go ahead, put the first amount of water in there. Got that divot filled up. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a circular motion. Okay, and you can see the flow rate right over here. Isn't that cool? Wow, that's wild. I'm gonna grab water again here after this. Some of the CO2 gets goes away, and then I'm gonna show you all the flow rate. So right now we're about 82 grams. Okay. 82 grams. I'm going to grab the water, and I want you to see the flow rate on the dye fluid. So this is the dye fluid app. It should show you the flow rate. Wow, isn't that crazy? Okay. We're shooting for 400. I'm going to start getting some more water while that's dissipating. Isn't that crazy? That's so cool that you can see the flow rate like that. I just find that really fascinating. Okay. Okay, let's go for another pulse. While this is doing that. So I'm pouring the water up top. Circular motion. And you can see the flow rate. This dye fluid is just phenomenally crazy when it comes to this. Like, I honestly, like, if you're a pour over fanatic, this thing is just so cool. It's kind of knocking my socks off. Okay. Grab the next pulse of water here. I wish I had enough room where I could show you both at the same time. But I just also want to show you a little bit of circular motion I'm doing. Then I'm going to give it a little swirl for love. When I picked it up, oh man, it stopped my scale. Bummer. That is weird. Oh, bummer. 260 something it was at. Oh man. I picked it up to do a swirl and my scale just went off. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so it was like 260. So, man, again, live video, guys. Definitely appreciate it. Things always go goofy on live videos. I'm trying this out for the first time, so so I'm looking at 260. Basically, got another like 140 to go. That's a bummer. Well, I'll learn not to do that. I guess maybe what I'll do in the future, I've heard people talking about technique of just literally stirring some and doing a little agitation that way, or just not doing agitation at all. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of like my results with agitation. Okay, so I'm gonna go just a little bit more, and we should be good. That was such a bummer. Such a bummer. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Hey, I'm sure it's gonna taste good. It's not gonna affect the coffee. I always kind of say this, y'all, and I think I'm actually gonna stop it right there as far as liquid. The cool thing is I can see the nice thing about this, it does show a scale. Well, it shows the tick marks. And I'm going to leave it right where it's at. I'm just going to let it do its thing right now. I'm going to go ahead and put away the dye fluid. I mean, the app. Here's the thing, y'all. And I'm going to tell you this right now. A lot of folks, sometimes I'll do something and it's not if you have a suggestion, please give me a suggestion. But sometimes every now and then, it's not just on, I'm not talking about comment section, but I'm talking places like Reddit and all that. You might ask a question about coffee, and then you get somebody who gives you this giant answer, and they just come off like a jerk. Let's just say what it is, just like a jerk. And they're like, no, 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 you're supposed to do this. Lance said it this way, or James said it this way, or Morgan said it this way, or this World Barista Championship person said this, and do this, and blah 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 blah. The really cool thing is if you listen to James Hoffman and you listen to people like Lance or any of the people in the coffee industry, not just the ones on YouTube, it's coffee is really about you making coffee and you experimenting and doing your own thing. You could only learn what tastes good to you by trying different things and just really enjoying how to, experimenting. And I really I love watching a whole lot of latte. And every now and then they always say, like, taste the stuff that's, maybe your bad mistakes, because you need to know what it tastes like, the good, the bad, and the ugly, so to speak. And, that's the truth. You learn by just trying. And I always want to say, don't ever just get stuck into the coffee thing where you have to just say, I can only make coffee this way, or I can only do this one technique, or this one coffee expert said this, so I have to do it like that. You make coffee that's good for you and something you really enjoy. That is the truth. At the end of the day, I'm not the one buying your coffee. You are, and you're gonna buy the coffee you want, and you're gonna enjoy it, and I'm gonna enjoy my coffee. I love a big giant Spro over. I love it. It's my favorite. But there's folks that love ristretto. Okay, let's go ahead and give this a little shake. Okay. And like I'm saying, if I'm saying something or telling you, hey, do what I'm doing, that doesn't mean you have to do the exact same thing. Y'all get what I'm saying here, just do you when it comes to coffee. Enjoy your coffee. That is the biggest thing. You got to make yourself happy. I sometimes I put a picture of, look at that coffee. That look beautiful. Let's give it a little taste. Man, it is so good. Oh, it's delicious. Super clean, vibrant, tastes really good. I love Good as Gold. That's what I brewed today. Good as Gold, Donut Store. This is a blend, medium roast, just really very pleasant to the palate. This is really good. I knew it wouldn't affect the coffee. See, I made my mistake and it still tastes good. But anyway, guys, I jokingly, when I do some of my videos, I'll put a picture of James Hoffman with that good, like judgy face, like, because the truth is, we're not going to have that perfect shot. You're not going to have that Instagram shot of espresso every time. No one does. So I'm just saying, don't beat yourself up when it comes to coffee. I know I don't. I try to enjoy it. I try to chill out. This is all about just try, try, try. I've dialed in beans before, and I choked the machine the first time. Y'all have seen some of the videos if you watch me. So remember your like and subscribe so you can see my failures. And throw me your judgments. But I'm just saying that, you just got to keep trying. That's the biggest thing I've kind of picked up on. Y'all, this is really tasty. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to get a little more. This is just really delicious, super clean. Man, I cannot tell you how much I enjoy this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to save some for my son because it's that good. It's like candy. Espresso's always been my first love, but, pour over and doing this type of stuff, like I said, is fun. Especially when you have guests over, or, sense of community and sharing it. I made this the other weekend for my son. We shared I filled it all the way up to the 800. The 8 cup. And we just had it. We watched a movie and we hung out. Y'all, this is really cool. I'm a huge fan of this dye fluid. Like I said, I always try to find stuff on a budget, but I'm going to be very honest with you. The scale is definitely not a budget scale. It runs about 150. So if you kind of want to take your espresso game to the next level, it's a great way to do it. I'm gonna go ahead and just because I have the difluid refractometer, I'm just gonna test the strength of this just out of pure curiosity, not for any other reason but that. So this is the difluid refractometer. This I think they run about 200 bucks. So again, this is really next level type stuff. In full disclosure, they sent this out to me to do a review on it. So that is really the only reason why I have it. I really think it's awesome. This came in at 2.91, which is about what I was thinking it would be for something like this. 30 grams in, right about 400 grams of water for this particular recipe. That's why it's nice and clean and all that. My first love is always espresso. I love espresso. I love the richness. I love the mouthfeel. I think it's awesome. But, sometimes you kind of want to go to the diner, and have some coffee with flow. And that's what this is right here. This is the diner coffee, in my opinion. This is upscale diner. I wish all diners did coffee like this. But guys, if you are a coffee geek like me, remember to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Always feel free to leave comments, questions, all that good stuff. If I don't know an answer, I'm going to try to find it for you. I do this because I get to connect with y'all. And what's cool is sometimes these brands like AgoGo reached out to me with this one. They'll send stuff to me so I could do a review on it. I tend to put those reviews on my Amazon storefront most of the time. That's where I'm putting them. But I like to share them with you guys. And, I get to do that because, you're all here. And that, I'm telling you, I really appreciate that so much. Hope you have a great week. It's only Tuesday. We're almost there. I definitely appreciate hanging out with me. Thanks so much. You have a great day now.